When it comes to the absolute latest in technology, India is sometimes a little late to catch on. Take for instance Google's Nexus or Apple's iPhone. There's always a waiting period for people to suffer before we get our hands on it. Now, one of the ways out of this problem would be to replicate the same on home turf. And this week on the show, we have a sample of exactly that. Airtel's App Central, the first Indian company to launch its own application store. After that on Byte It, spot the difference between a fake and real website. And finally, drown yourself in a game of heavy rain. Who said gaming can't be a fashion statement? Anyway, moving on, quite a lot left on Byte It. First up, a sneak peek at the recently launched Airtel's App Center. Now, according to tech business research experts Gartner, they're predicting that customers will be spending more than $6 billion on mobile online application stores. That's a pretty big figure. And Airtel looks like it's readying itself to get a piece of this pie. When the boss is away, will the employee play? Well, with all sorts of technological temptations in the way, it's easy to stray. The latest distraction for anyone who likes clicking away on the mobile is Airtel's application store. It's a first for an Indian company to launch an app store, and Airtel has kickstarted the trend with around 1,400 apps across 25 categories.
There is a worldwide study done by Gartner which shows that the total downloads last year, this year would be about 4,500 million, and it's predicted to be almost 21,000 million plus by 2013. Airtel seeks to participate with the launch of Airtel App Store, which is going to provide over 1,250 platforms touching across business, utilities, entertainment, social networking. We seek to provide a one-stop shop for all our 120 million plus customers on our network.
An Airtel customer with a GPRS-enabled phone has to send an SMS and click on a link to enter App Central. This opens up the road to free applications like Snap2 that connects you to social networking websites like Twitter, Facebook and the likes, or applications that you can buy and download like a game called Felix or Sudoku. They cost anywhere between 5 rupees and 99 rupees. Though Airtel can't really compare with Apple's iPhone, presently at 3 billion plus downloaded apps, it's still a good start. One of the more interesting apps is the green charging, an alert that reminds you to unplug your mobile charger when it's fully charged, instead of letting it run all night and draining the battery in the process.
I can't take it anymore!
And then there are more practical apps like the mortgage calculator, which helps you calculate how much you owe the moneylender. The apps are supported by over 550 devices, but it's not exactly uniform. Some apps like green charging work best on Samsung devices and not others. India has around 200 million GPRS-capable devices, but poor speeds is something mobile users battle on a daily basis. For anyone downloading these apps, the phone needs to have adequate space. An app can occupy anywhere between 80 KB and 1 MB of a phone's memory. And to tell us a little more about the App Central is Mr. Samir Batra from Airtel. Thank you very much, Samir, for being on the show. How is Airtel's App Central different from Airtel Live?
Essentially it's a build-on on the Airtel Live that we are really talking about, and the whole advantage of the Airtel App Store is really to say that how does it bring about 1,300 applications to a 120 million customer base that we today sit on. So it's largely the same platform, but I think from a consumer point of view, it's really giving and taking the experience to a whole different level.
Right, Samir. What were some of the challenges while developing so many different apps?
I think to our minds the biggest challenge is really getting this acceptability of the App Store really going in the mind of the consumer, and largely I think the other challenge is, given that we are still adding consumers all over the country, how do you really make it available to the consumer moment he puts his SIM card inside the device that he's really using. So if you can get it started from a day zero, you've really got the application store running really well for us.
Okay, but Sameer, whenever anyone talks about apps, it's always iPhone which comes to the mind. So how do you rate yourself with an iPhone, and how far away are you from it really?
I think we've just started that out, and clearly I think there are 2 or 3 key deliverables that we really set out to achieve. I think the first one really has been around how do you get about 30% local content going for the Indian consumer, and to give you an answer really that is also customized within some of the markets that we work. So for example, applications for North would be very different from the applications that we have for the South consumer. Once we have that established, I think we are not very far off from ensuring that moment the SIM comes live, the App Store is really pre-configured into the SIM card that the consumer is really using.
How about user interactivity? What about developers contributing to developing apps?
So Charitra, we are partnering with IBM and Cellmania currently for the App Store. And what we've done is we've put out a small site where developers across the country can really come and bring their application, plug it in there and give it to us for a period of time for us to really test that application and see, how it fits in for the consumer. And once we decide that that's an application that's worth putting on the App Store, then it really goes live and gets available to the 120 million customers. So currently we're encouraging developers across the country to really come and put their applications on test through this site that we put out.
Right, Sameer. Now, a lot of your apps are designed to suit Nokia phones. Now, there are common complaints that when you load a Nokia phone with quite a lot of applications, or for that matter, quite a lot of other phones as well, they do tend to crash. So how do you prevent something like this?
We believe that of our 120 million customers, there are about 50 million simple GPRS enabled devices that we have. If you were to extrapolate that for the market, you're looking at about 200 million such devices in the Indian market. Clearly, given that Nokia is the market leader, there is an additional feature that has been built into the App Store, which is something called as rendering. What that does is that it pre-codes the necessary applications that will run in your device as the only applications that you get to see. So if there are 1250 applications, theoretically, you will get to see applications that you can pick and choose from which work on your device.
Thanks a lot, Sameer. It was a pleasure having you on our show. Now, there were a couple of other apps that caught our fancy. One was the SMS Directory 2.0. This one stores the numbers for fairly useful contact information like flight or rail bookings that you'll have to do very regularly. And the other one was the Spam Killer. This is an app that kills all the spam that might get downloaded when you're doing files onto your phone.
Right up after this break, believe it or not, fake websites or real?